Here's a song called Wonderful.
You are perfect in your own way. You are beautiful in your own way. Every day now, make it your day, 'cause it's wonderful in its own way. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way, in its own way. Life has chose you to express yourself just as you are, just as you are, without fear. Plant a new thought, watch it grow up in its own way. Life has chose you, life has chose you to express yourself just as you are. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way. A one in a billion is what you are. That alone changed the world. I am grateful, I am grateful. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way. There's just a one you and one me, and that's wonderful in its own way, in its own way.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. For those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. I'm grateful to you that you have joined us today. Agape is Greek for unconditional love, and that's what we're all about here. We believe that the love of God is operating through the human heart, and it's pure, it's unconditional. So if you're watching, do me a favor, check in on social media. Let me know who you are, what your name is, where you're at. If you have questions during this service, I love to hear your questions. I'll get back to you in some form or fashion to get you an answer, at least my point of view on something, because you know what? What I've come to understand is what I know is just an opinion. Everyone has an opinion, but maybe my opinions, maybe my point of views will help stimulate you to seeing life a little differently. So just so that you understand, Agape is a spiritual community. We teach a practical way of living centered in the teachings of the science of mind. The science of the mind is how do we use our mind to create our lives? Our vision is a world of conscious individuals supporting each other's evolution. That's what it's about, building a community that supports each other as we expand our level of awareness. Our values are conscious awareness, personal growth, authenticity, and community, because we understand it's so much easier to do this with like-minded people than to do it alone. We are human beings, and as human beings, we are meant to be in community. And community can be virtual, it can be in person, but it's people who are of a like mind, people who are vibrating at a similar frequency. So if you're watching this, you're a part of Agape. Rest assured, Agape is not a building. It's not the people that come into a building. Agape is an energy about people who are desiring to learn how to better self-love through conscious living. And that's what we do here at Agape. So I want to invite you to let's take a moment and let's just tap into Source. Let's tap into infinite wisdom. So if you would, bring yourself to a comfortable, seated, upright position. Your back is straight. Your hands gently resting on your lap. And close your eyes. Bring your awareness now to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe into your heart. Breathe out from your heart. Breathe into your heart. Breathe out from your heart. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Now what I want you to do is to visualize from above your head, your crown chakra, 2 inches above the top of your head, this beautiful, beautiful white light. And see that light encapsulate you in a bubble, in a cocoon. See yourself thoroughly immersed in that cocoon. You are surrounded by the allness that is life. You are surrounded by infinite wisdom. What question would you like the answer to? Would you like to know where to go next? Would you like to know what is your next action step in creating your most magnificent life? Go ahead and ask the infinite part of you, the divine part of you, your soul. What is mine to do? What is mine to do next? And just listen. Be still and know that the I am is there with you, guiding you every step of your journey. You can never be separated from the I am because you are an expression of it. It is one with you, and you are one with it. All you have to do is listen. Don't worry about what comes next. You're listening for the next step only. Our lives are a journey, and a journey is simply one step at a time. Realize that you can come back here at any time by simply taking 3 deep breaths, closing your eyes, and asking the power that is you within you, what am I to do next? And let your heart answer. With no rationalization, your heart knows the way. So I invite you, having taken this time to bring your awareness back to this time, to this place, and gently and lovingly open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and give thanks that you took the time to be still. Do you ever notice that it's a lot of fun to discover new things? Did you ever notice that when you're in that mode of discovery, that a mode of examination of new ideas, how juiced you are? So today what I want to do is I want to talk about the path. Yeah, the path of self-discovery. And what I've come to understand is that this journey or this path of self-discovery, it's where life is. This is the most important thing about life, is our self-discovery. Who are we? Why are we here? Where are we going? Self-discovery. It's not what other people think about us. It's what we inside are called to bring forth. What I've come to understand is that everyone has within them a divine urge to explore. We have a divine urge to become more. It's a journey. It's a path. And the second we block the idea that we're on a journey, the second we block the idea that there's more, we become bored. We actually start to die mentally. And if we don't find a way to express our creativity and expand into moreness, our body will start to deteriorate faster than it needs to. Because the mind and the body are totally connected, and the body serves the mind as the mind continues down this path of self-discovery. The body will stay healthy when we're in a deep, deep self-discovery mode, because the body knows that the mind needs it as a partner on this journey. So if you're finding that your body's going down fast, ask the question, am I on the path? Am I on the path to self-discovery? Am I on the path to expansion? Am I on the path to experience more in life? And you know, if we truly knew our divine nature, if we truly knew our infinite nature, we would not think in limited and material terms. But isn't that where most of the people in the world are? Most of the people are thinking with a lot of limitation. They're thinking about a lot of physical handicaps. Why? Because they believe that they're their body. They believe that they're their intellect. They don't have a clue that they're an individualization of the divine, an individualization of the infinite. If you knew you were an individualization of the infinite and the very power of the infinite was with you, could you see the possibility that the limitations that you see right now no longer exist? Could you see that these material things that appear to be obstacles would no longer exist? You know, one of the things I've come to understand in the gym, when I go there and I see what my best has been as far as lifting at a certain peak level, when I do set a new personal best, it's not because my body feels good. It's because I believe I can. I believe that I'm not my body. I believe that I'm not my past mind, but I believe that there's an expansiveness within me that can do more. And when I have that belief, guess what happens? I set personal bests. I believe we can do that in any aspect of our life. But we have to get out of our own way and realize that we are so much more than we think we are. Our thoughts of limitation hold us back with respect to relationships, health, money, career, social ideas, spiritual connection. The only limitation we have is what we think. The path of self-discovery is to get rid of these limitations, to open up to bigger questions. The bigger the question, the deeper, more rich the answer. You see, expansion is natural to us as we when we put in new ideas into consciousness, grow. You see, thinking new thoughts fed into our consciousness creates a more expansive vision of who we can become. And the more we embody this expansive vision, we become that. We're not limited. So the idea, and this is one of the reasons I love to learn, because when I'm learning, what am I doing? I'm putting new, expanded ideas into my mind. That's why I spend time every day reading, researching, and learning new things. So that when I do that, I'm actually expanding my consciousness. I'm expanding my awareness. And when I expand my awareness, I have the ability now to create a greater expression of Lee. And what I know is that it works for me because I practice it. It shows up in my life because I'm doing it. And I believe it'll work for you. I believe it'll work for everyone. But here's the key thing. You've got to do the work. You've got to expand your awareness. You've got to expand your consciousness. You've got to take steps in the direction of a greater you. That's the path of self-discovery. Self-discovery is not just a thought. It's actually living the new experience. Because if you break it down, why do we have a physical body? Why do we have an ego mind? Why do we have all these sensations, these senses? It's for the purpose of experiencing life. And so when we're looking to put new ideas in, the reason why is to have a greater experience of life. Have you ever noticed, maybe it's by accident in your mind, but when you've had a unique experience and it's more expansive, how do you feel? You feel great, don't you? You feel more confident. You have more juice in your system. You have excitement. You're inspired by life. Yeah, the newness, the expansive nature. It's where all the juice for living comes from. Here is the truth as we see it. We in religious science. There is one power. There is one presence. One mind. One cause, and we are free to use it in any way we want. So let's play with that a little bit. If you believe in a God, if you believe in the infinite, then you believe in oneness. Because if God is infinite, which every religion believes, it means all there is God. So there is one power. If all there is God, then there's one presence. If all there is God, then there's one mind. If all there is God, there's one mind thinking, which is cause, which gets created through the one power. And you see, we, as individualizations of this one, we're using that very power to create. We are the unique, whole, and perfect presence, mind, cause that exists within the infinite. And the infinite power is available to us. In fact, it's not available to us. We're using it every moment of our lives. It is actually giving us what we think. Not the individual thought, it's giving us the sum of the thoughts, the mental atmosphere that we've created for ourselves. That's who we are. Any mind, in order to be healthy, is creative. A mind that is not creative is dead. You see, that's the key. We are creators. We are here to create. I think about my granddaughter. She's 3.5. And Claire is always creating new things in her life experience. Pretty simple stuff, nothing really complex. But when she's creating, when she's doing the new stuff, she's alive. Doing stuff over and over again bores her. She's got the creative juices going, and so she's using those creative juices. That's why she always seems to be happy. It's when she's being told she can't do new stuff that she gets whiny and pouty and rebels. Hell, I get whiny, pouty, and rebel when I'm told I can't do new stuff. I desire, I know that my number one value in life is the freedom to be me. Now I'm going to make a statement that's different than probably you've ever heard me say before. And that statement is, we are all imperfect. If we were perfect, there would be nothing to do. The juice in our life comes from our ability to create. And maybe I should change the word, that we're not all imperfect, but we're all incomplete in respect that there is so much more for us to experience in life. Because if we think about it, believing that God is infinite, believing we are an individualization of God, means that there is an infinite universe out there for us to experience, to create into. I believe that this is the path of self-discovery. I believe that we will be on this path for eternity, because we'll never get to the end and have experienced everything that life has to offer, because life is infinite. And so are you. Let's pray. I know there is one. It is infinite, it is all-knowing, it is everywhere present. I am one with it. I am an individualization of the one. And as I know this for me, I know this for each of you, that each of you and every person on the planet is an individualization of the one. I know that God's mind, the infinite mind, is my mind. It is your mind. I know that the power that creates, that is God, is the power that I use to create, is the power that you use to create. I know that while God has nothing binding it, there is nothing binding me other than my own mental limitations that I place upon myself. And I know that truth for you as well. So we are free to experience. We are on this journey of self-discovery. And what I declare right now into infinite mind is that the guidance of the wisdom within me, the guidance of the infinite wisdom within you, guides each of us to our perfect unfoldment, to our perfect path, to our perfect self-discovery. And the continuance of that self-discovery each and every moment of every day, so that we're constantly fed by the juice that is life, to expand, to grow, to experience, to feel, to sense, to know, and to connect with all that is. I so know that at the core of all that I am grateful. I live in a state of absolute gratitude, knowing that this is my birthright. This is your birthright. This is everyone's birthright. And I just bask in that gratitude. And because I am grateful, there is no doubt in my mind that the prayer that I've spoken is made so. And so I let go. I release it into that which says yes, always says yes, because it is done unto me. It is done unto you as we believe. My belief is strong. It is without question. So I let this prayer go and know it is done. And so it is. Amen. While we're in this state of flow, join me as we do our treatment for financial freedom. Put belief, conviction, emotion as you say this affirmation with me. I live in gratitude, knowing that I am financially free to do what I want, when I want, and how I want. And so it is. We could expand this prayer to go, I know that I'm financially, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually free. You see, that's what abundance is. It's the ability to know your freedom to be more. So if you found the message of agape to be beneficial, I invite you to support us. Demonstrate the law of giving and receiving. Your contribution allows us to bring this teaching to the world. You can support us by, you'll see a link below. You can click on that link and give. You can use the text to give number that's in front of you. Or you can take your phone and you can scan the QR code on the screen. That QR code will take you right to our give site, or simply go to agapespiritualcenter.com and make a donation. If you want to be a part of the community and reap a lot of benefits that we offer when you're an automated giver, when you become an automated giver, we give classes away. You can actually have a conversation with me one-on-one each and every month. All of that is out there on our give page. Become a member. Become a subscriber. And let us take this journey together. But whatever you do, do with love. If you would like to get my daily thought in an email, if you would like to receive a weekly bulletin showing all of the events coming up on Agape, use the QR code or go to agapespiritualcenter.com and click on the link that says sign up for newsletter. And sign up and you'll get that every day. If you're looking for connection, know that every day we have a meditation sangha at 7 a.m. I do a talk every day at 8 a.m. Thoughts that can change your life. That's on Facebook and YouTube. Every week we do an in-person service, in-person meditation, and we do a recorded. We do a live in-person on YouTube and Facebook on Sundays. Also, we have Wednesday gatherings at 3 different times that anyone is invited to participate, to share with other community members. So we're trying to find ways to connect with you, to empower you, to become your greater self. If you know of a way that we're not thinking about, let us know, because we'd love to do that. If you're looking for prayer support, tap into one of our practitioners, because one of our practitioners would love to pray with you. You can find their information under the practitioner tab on the website, and there'll be a form where you can submit a prayer if you so like. But most of all, I want to take a moment and just thank you for taking the time out of your day to be with us. The greatest thing you can do for me is to be the most authentic you that you can imagine. And every day wake up and decide, I'm on a path of self-discovery. I wonder who I'll be today. I think I'll ask that question. Listen and become that person. And when you do that, your light will glow and people around you will say, what is so special about you? And you say, I'm on the path. Until next time, know that you are worthy. Know that you are loved, and I accept you exactly like you are. Until next time, aloha.